Guys, if you have not watched Julie and the Phantoms on Netflix, you're missing out, man. The music, the story, I'm not gonna lie, it can be a little cheesy, but anyways, hey, what's up you guys? My name is Veronica and welcome to my channel. We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways. Today we're gonna be talking about the books that I hope to finish by the end of 2020. I have 10 books here that I hope to read and I feel like I can do it. My goal on Goodreads this year was to read 50 books because I was getting back into reading, so I didn't want to have too high of standards, but I'm currently 9 books ahead of schedule. So at this rate, I'm definitely gonna be surpassing it and it's gonna be soon. So I am so freaking happy. But that being said, there's still a lot of books that I want to finish before the end of this year, so that's what we're going to talk about. A lot of these books I don't think I'm gonna have like full-on synopsises for, because most of them are second parts of series or like later, like they're not the first book, so I can't really say a lot about them, but I will be telling you what I can, I guess. All right, so starting off this list is Iona, and this is by Allison Goodman. I read the first book this year. I think I read it in, I want to say like May, but the first book is Eon. It definitely gives me like Mulan vibes, and like that's as much as I can say. But this is the second book and I think it's the last book in the series, so I'm really excited to finally finish it off. I've had both of these books for I think a couple years at this point, and I'm finally going to finish it, and I will be finishing it this year. Hold me to it, okay? This is like, yes, I have to finish it. Also, I just want to mention that this stack of books is like what I have to finish before I can buy any other books. So once I'm finished with the physical books I have here, I will tell you the books I still hope to buy by the end of 2020 so I can read them. But next up, I have I Believe in a Thing Called Love. In a past video, this was on my TBR. I've had this also since May, and I've been meaning to read it for the longest time, but it's a contemporary, and it's about this girl, and she uses K-dramas to give her a direction of how to get a boyfriend. And she like soon discovers that like love is a bit more complicated, and I feel like this is just right up my alley. Like I just like, and I know I said that before, but I don't know why I haven't read this, but I'm going to. Next up, I have Gilded Ones. To be completely honest, I don't really know a lot about the synopsis of this. Actually, I really don't know anything. I got it in a Fairy Loot box, and the cover is just stunning, and because of that I really want to read it. So this was Fairy Loot exclusive, that's why like the edges are sprayed, and I think the cover might be different, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But I got this in a Fairy Loot, so I'm hoping to read this soon. Also, the next 2 books I actually plan on reading this week, so they will definitely be finished before 2020. But first on this list is Force of Souls, and again, I don't know much about this book except that it was like really highly anticipated by like other people in the booktube community. It's the cover really that drew me in, and this is also a Fairy Loot exclusive, and it has art on the inside of the cover, which this just tells its own story and helps to really attract a girl. Also, when I first saw him, I was like he kind of looks like a Nightwalker from Game of Thrones, and I was like, this is gonna be interesting. A goal that I'm trying to have for 2021 that I am putting to action now is I really want to start reading books with more diverse characters / authors. So that's why this is a story about an Asian woman, this is a story about a Black woman, also Asian, and then the next one is Cinderella is Dead, and we have a beautiful black woman. I'm really excited about this one. This is a Cinderella retelling, and basically in this world, the girls at age 16, I believe, have to attend a ball to allow like the men to choose their future wife, which is, yeah. And I think our main character is in love with her best friend. I know it says that she would rather marry her best friend, her childhood best friend, Erin. So I don't know where this is gonna take us, but it talks about how there was more to Cinderella's story than we thought. So I'm like really interested to see where they take that aspect of it and how they show, like, you know, Prince Charming really wasn't that charming. So now I'm gonna group the next 3 books together because they are together in the series. But I would really love to finish the Harry Potter series. 3 books left in the series. I have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I think this was that one. Yeah, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This one is Half-Blood Prince, and this one is Deathly Hallows. I'm hoping to finish those. Actually, I'm not even hoping. I know I'm gonna finish those by October 31st because my best friends and I are having a Harry Potter party for Halloween. And it's at my house, so I need to read all of these, and then we're gonna have the movie marathon, and I'm gonna be making a whole bunch of like Harry Potter themed food, and we're gonna be making butterbeer. So I have to make sure that I read these before the 31st. So my plan is to start them in October, but like kind of looking at these, I think I might start Order of the Phoenix this month, probably next week, honestly, because I didn't realize how thick those books were. But I read first 4 books on my Kindle because it's free through Kindle Unlimited, and I didn't have the physical books. My brother got this book set for me for my birthday, so I didn't realize they're thick. So I need to definitely probably pick them up sooner rather than later. So I will be starting Order of Phoenix sometime this month. Next up, I have A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and then this is the second book in the A Curse So Dark and Lonely series, and I'm super excited about this. I do think I'm going to have to reread the first book because like I generally remember what happened, but it has been a while. So either I'm gonna have to reread it, or I'm going to have to look up the synopsis so I can get a refresher about it. The first book was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 4-star rating. I have high hopes for this one. I'm trying to think of like if I heard anything about it from other booktubers, and off the top of my head I can't really remember, but I'm excited. And this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive, so it has artwork on the inside, which I love. And then last up on my physical books that I have here is Strange the Dreamer. This is another fantasy book. Big surprise. I think basically all of these are fantasy books except for one, but I'm really hoping that I can pick this up before the end of the year. This is like really the only one that I'm like unsure of if I'll actually pick up. But this is a story that, again, I don't know that much about. Like, I read the synopsis and I kind of still don't understand what this book is going to be about. But Books on Chloe, I'm sorry, but on Books with Chloe, she said that she loved the series, and I think this is like her favorite of all time, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe, I don't know, but she said this is one of her favorites. So she hasn't steered me wrong yet, so I decided to pick it up, and I will be reading it. I just don't know when. I'm hoping before the end of this year. But she's thick. All these books are so thick, so like it really like it's hard to like put that in my head, like, oh yes, you're gonna be reading these, because it's a lot to take on. So those are the physical books that I have that I want to read, but I do have a couple that I don't have quite yet. And to start off that list, I really want to continue Heartstopper, the series. So I have volume 1 right now. I want to get the second and third one. Those are already released, so I do want to get those as soon as possible because I freaking loved Heartstopper, and I can't wait to see where the story takes them. It's such a good feel-good series, and I feel like it'll be so good to read at this point in time because it's getting cold, and you know, like, you just want warm and fuzzy feelings all the time, and now that's what that book gave me. So like, I'm excited to continue it. And then I also was thinking about picking up Serpent and Dove because I've heard good things about that. Sarah J Maas, she's like one of my favorite authors of all time. In a Q&A that she did, she was talking about how she was reading Blood and Honey because I think she got an arc of it, if I'm not mistaken. Or I don't know, was she reading Serpent and Dove? Either one. She said that she really likes that series, so I love her, so I have to try that out because if she loves it, then I have a feeling I'm gonna love it. Oh, and then depending on the money situation, because I am trying to save my money right now, I really want to buy the next book in the Avatar series, the comic books, because I love those so much. They bring me so much joy when I read them that like, and I want to have them all so I can display them. Like, that's like one of the biggest things I'm like so excited for. And I want to get the freaking Funko Pops, but I can't find them anywhere, and the ones that I do find are so freaking expensive. So like, it just hurts my heart to spend that money when I could buy more books with it. Oh my god, I literally was about to say that's it on my list when how could I forget to end off this list? The book that I would definitely want to read by the end of this year, Midnight Sun. I honestly don't know how I haven't picked up that book yet, how I haven't read it already, because Twilight is literally the book that started it all for me. That is the book that made me fall in love with reading, that made me fall in love with like everything. Like literally, that's I have no words to describe that series. And you know, that being said, I know it's not the best series in the world, but it like truly just, Mom, why? And I will always and forever love and treasure it. So I have to read Midnight Sun. So that is what we're ending this on. Midnight Sun is definitely going to be read by the end of this year. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you next time. Comment down below what are some of the books that you want to read before the end of this year, and let me know if you guys are meeting your reading goals this year, because I have a feeling I'm definitely going to. Make sure you to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.